In today's video, I will show you the laziest way to get shredded. You do not have to get off your couch, you do not have to step count, you do not have to meal plan, but you will have to do a little bit of calorie counting. Now I know some of y'all are too lazy to whip out the phone for 15 seconds before you eat some food. Well, you're gonna have to for this strategy, okay? So does this sound too good to be true? Probably so, right? You're probably thinking, oh, I can lose weight while sitting on the couch? Fun fact, you actually can. All right, we're gonna go over just that today. Now, this strategy I do not particularly recommend, but if you stick to the end, you'll see the exact strategy I use with my clients. Let's get right to it. So a huge problem a lot of people have when they first try to get lean is they try to go all out. They'll work out 5-6 days a week for 2 weeks and then just fall off, not go at all. Or they'll do hours of cardio per week training for a marathon when they haven't ran a mile in their life for the past 10 years. These are big problems, okay? Or they have a super strict meal plan where, oh, I have to eat chicken, rice, beef, potatoes, and that's it every single day. You know, this is not the way to go about it. There's another way, the lazy way. Now, here is the lazy method. Step one, find out what your current weight is. If you don't have a scale at home, go get a scale. All right, we're gonna have to weigh ourselves every day for this method. So you're gonna take your current weight and you're gonna multiply that weight by 10. And that's gonna be your calorie goal to lose about a pound a week. So let's say we have a 200-pound man. We're gonna multiply that by 10, and that's gonna give us a calorie target of 2,000 calories per day. All right, step two, we're gonna download a calorie counter app. So things like MyFitnessPal or Chronometer. I like Chronometer, but I've used MyFitnessPal in the past. Chronometer just shows you micronutrients and things of that nature and minerals, but you do not need that for the lazy way to get shredded. We just simply need to track our calories. It really doesn't matter what the heck we eat, all right? It doesn't matter what the heck we eat to get shredded. So we're going to track these calories every single day and never go above it. We can go a little bit lower or we can hit our goal, but we're never going above it, all right? And then we're going to track our body weight every single day, first thing in the morning. If we ever hit a plateau where we're not losing any weight, we're going to do step 4, which is repeat step 1 until you reach your desired physique. So let's say we get to 190 pounds. We're going to multiply that by 10, and our new target is 1,900 calories. Now, we can go a little bit lower if we want to, but that will make it much harder because you're going to be starving. Even on this little method right here, it's pretty hard just because you're going to be hungry, all right? This is why things like cardio and steps are kind of important. But we're going over the lazy method. Right? This doesn't require you walking. This doesn't require you to do anything. You can just lay down all day. All right? Now, of course, you're not going to be doing that, especially if you're somebody that's busy or just does a little bit of stuff daily. All right? Walking to work, walking back from work, walking from your car to your car. I mean, that's going to be a couple thousand steps, right? But this is the exact lazy method that will get you shredded. All right? And you just keep doing this. Keep repeating these steps. Keep repeating step 1. Whenever you hit a plateau, and you'll reach your target body fat or weight or whatever the heck you're going for. Now, is this the method I recommend? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Let's go over what I actually recommend. So this is what I would do instead of doing the lazy method. This is what I do with my one-on-one clients. Step 1, you're going to find out what your current activity levels are, your sleep, your steps, what a typical day of eating looks like, your cardios, are you weightlifting, things of that nature. There's a big difference between a complete beginner and somebody that's been working out 3 or 4 times a week for like 2 or 3 years, but they just can't lose the weight, right? There's a big difference between those two type of clients. But we're going to just speak pretty generalized for this video. And then you're going to customize a plan that meets you exactly where you're at, all right? So for the sake of this video, we're going to set a calorie target of 500 calories below your maintenance. That's going to equal 1 pound of fat loss per week. Figure out how many calories you eat. Just input your stuff into either ChatGPT, Google, Safari, and look up a calorie counter app. It don't really matter. There's multiple ways to do it. You can figure it out, okay? So determine your calorie deficit that will equal 1 pound of fat loss per week. All right, and then you're going to set that as a calorie goal, and your protein target should be about 1 gram per pound of body weight. Now that's just simply generalized because, of course, if you're super overweight, you probably shouldn't eat 1 gram per pound of body weight. You should probably eat 1 gram per pound of target body weight, so you lose a little bit of weight faster. But that's another video. That's if you're in my coaching, I'll teach you how to do that. And then you're going to set a step target. Now, if you're somebody that doesn't really do steps that often, I would simply take, let's say you're doing 4,000 steps a day, I would times that by 2. That will equal 8,000 steps per day. All right, double your movement right there. And we're gonna figure out if you're doing any zone 2 cardio right now. If you're really overweight, you probably shouldn't do any yet. But if you are, already in decent shape, like 20%, add in some zone 2 a couple times a week. All right. Number 3, we want to set some daily targets. Your daily protein goal, your daily calorie goal, your daily step goal. All right, and then we're going to set weekly targets. Your weekly zone 2 cardio, your weekly weightlifting program, and then we're also going to do every single day daily weigh-ins. I recommend weighing yourself first thing in the morning in your underwear every single day for consistent weigh-ins. Now, if you're somebody that's going to weigh yourself one morning when you're completely no food in your body, you're going to weigh yourself the next day with shoes on, full hoodie on, and stomach and food in your belly, you're going to weigh more, obviously. So weigh yourself every single morning, completely fasted, all right? And then step 4, now if you're in my program, I will update monthly your diet and your training program and your step or whatever, all right? But for the sake of this video, we're going to do a monthly update, either decrease the calories a little bit or increase the steps or increase the zone 2 cardio. Many different ways to go about this. And if you plateau, that's when you should do it sooner than that. Let's say you've been doing this for 2 or 3 weeks and you plateau. All right, then update now. Very simple. If you want to work with me one-on-one, I create a customized program and diet just for you, and I'll give you daily accountability, daily tips, different ways to go about this fat loss phase, and a little bit of guidance to make it easier. Apply down below if you want to. Anyways, I hope y'all like this video. Comment any questions, any concerns down below, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.